Hi guys, Digital Demon here again, and welcome back to some more competitive mode on Overwatch. Apologies if I sound a little bit croaky. I appear to have a plague at the moment, nothing much I can do about that, but I still wanted to bring this video to you, and a video all about Lucio, and how you can effectively use things like his speed boost, almost said that, as well as his healing factor. I believe we do have an Anna on our team, as you can see there, but I believe they switched later on. Could be wrong. I don't remember seeing an Anna much through the game. So we end up playing the entire game with a Lucio as the main healer. You can see we've got the 2-2-2 thing going anyway, or at least starting with the 2-2-2. And me as Lucio. I do play well in support. In the last episode I spoke about how it's nice to work with teams who talk and communicate with each other. Building a better bond and working better as a team. This, in sort of counter to that, I suppose, we don't talk at all, or very, very little. I'm in a group with another person from that last video, actually. We went on to make a few friends from that last video because we did work so well together. But, so I've got one of them here who is playing Reinhardt, I believe. And, yeah, so we did actually do very little communication. But you will still see some teamwork, so it does happen. People can solo queue and still work as a team. I don't know how it happens, how I stumble on these games. To be fair, the majority of them, no, they won't be. They'll still trickle in, and they'll still basically give us a weakness. But here, we work together. So, immediately from the off, we see that they have had a Symmetra, who has put a load of turrets everywhere. We quickly deal with them and move forward. Now, although I'm providing a little bit of covering fire, I'm not doing so well with the aiming there. I'm just doing a little bit of covering fire. I'm mainly using the boost, speed boost, to get us in there quickly, and the healing boost, as you see there, to try and keep my teammates alive. At all times, although I'm sort of doing a little bit of covering fire, my priority is actually focusing on the status of the other people. So you keep seeing me having a look around, seeing who's surrounding me, and seeing what their sort of status is, whether they need some health, what colour their character is actually showing, along with getting rid of that Mercy there, and along with everything else. So, get hooked by the Roadhog there, push him away, and to make a quick escape thusly. Just make sure I sort of heal myself, because that Roadhog could have done a lot of damage to me. But just doing what a support does, providing support for my team, letting them do all the sort of DPS, let them protect, trying at all times to keep a tank, whether it's the D.Va, whether it's the Reinhardt, between myself and the opposing team. So my ulti is building up quite nicely. I'm also trying to hide from that soldier that's just kicked in there. So my ult is ready. I know there's quite a few of my teammates around, so keeping a track of what teammates are around me is when I sort of use my ultimate. Again, there's no communication, you'll see. In the top corner, we are not speaking to each other whatsoever. But we are still looking around, looking out for each other as a team. And also, I'm using my speed boost in the correct circumstances, I'd like to think. I am still learning Lucio, but this is quite amusing. I'm following behind, and the Widow just sort of drops right in front of me. So just to make quick work of her, she tries to get away, but luckily I sort of deal with her just like that. A little bit of help from the D.Va there. You'll notice very quickly we have already got to the main checkpoint before the end of this map. So I can hear the Symmetra sort of kicking around again. And there she is, but luckily her attention is focused elsewhere. If her attention had been focused on me, I think that would have been it for me. And we've already got to the payload, to our next, to the checkpoint before the end of the thing. Now there is a soldier sort of kicking around, trying to be aware of him, but also trying to sort of keep track of everyone. So, unfortunately the D.Va's self-destruct there makes quick work of me, but we can already see that there are some of the teammates still alive. So what I do, as soon as I respawn, I go straight back into my speed boost and use that by pressing the wrong button there, use the speed boost to get back into the action as quickly as possible for both me and the D.Va, who both suffered the other D.Va's self-destruct. So we're back in as a team now. I quickly switched to the health boost, just in case there's someone struggling, and then as they weren't, I went back to the speed boost, so we can sort of create more difficult targets for the opposing team. Now, the junk rat got rid of most of my team there. Now, there is a little bit of peeking going on here from me and our unmech'd D.Va there. As soon as she goes down, I back away. That's the first thing. That's the important thing, because most of my team are dead at this point. So I back away and use the speed boost to get them straight back into action as quickly as I can. Falling back, regrouping, something that's very important. Whether the other guys intended that to be the case as well, I don't know. But that was certainly my mentality behind it. And as I often end up to be the only one left alive, I'm very good at avoiding situations when I want to, I suppose. I go in and use the speed boost, so I provide as much support, covering fire as I can. Keep an eye on the others if I need to go to the health boost, and we win just like that. So that is a very quick victory for that map. I find the speed boost is very useful at getting through chokes and when escorting the payload. But whenever you're playing a support role, whether it be Lucio, whether it be Mercy, anyone really, you have to keep a good eye on your team. People have commented when I play Mercy that I'm a very, very good Mercy. Now these are the lower levels and some of the higher levels that I've played with as well. There is a 400 level player that I know, and she has said to me on multiple occasions that I am a very, very good Mercy. But to be fair, for me, it's not difficult, because that many people focus on trying to accomplish the goal. But you see there, go straight in, I now am. They're that confident in me as Lucio that I am now the solo healer. I don't know how long I wasn't paying attention to how long the Ana lasted in the last round.
Come on, let's bring it together.
But yeah, speed boosts get us where we need to be. What was I saying? I was saying some words. Yeah, the important thing about being a support, and that is that it's plain and simple, support your team. Let them actually provide covering fire, yes, but let them concentrate on the actual goal. Let your Reinhardt block. Let your soldier or whoever's on DPS, let them actually do DPS. As a support, offer you covering fire. Obviously when you're someone like Mercy, there is very little in the ways of covering fire. But actually support, keep an eye on your team more than what's going on with the goal. Keep yourself safe at all times, because you'll find, certainly when solo queuing, people will want to be healed, and they'll abuse things like your res when you're a Mercy. But they won't protect you. As soon as there's sort of I mean, some of the better players will, but excuse me. But certainly some of them, they will not. They will use and abuse you, I suppose, for your skill set. So straight away I see sort of the D.Va struggling. The covering fire is quite heavy, so I keep switching between the health and the speed boost. Now everyone seems to be struggling, so I stay primarily on the health boost. It's with Lucio, it's just about balancing, about making sure. See, we got a little bit of voice comm there, just to keep everyone on track. But there's no worries. There's we're still working as a group. It is just about keeping sort of my team alive. That is my goal. Provide a little bit of covering fire, but keeping out the way, trying to keep a tank, or in this case 2 tanks, between me and the opposing team, and try and keep myself safe and my team safe. It's quite fun to play a supporting role when you forget about what's going on. I mean, a soldier can do minimal bits of healing, but they are primarily DPS. So even when you've got 2 support roles, maybe a Lucio or an Ana and a Mercy, sometimes that support will need support as well. I have on occasion, maybe playing as Mercy or Zenyatta, and I have had to heal our other healer, just because they're maybe not as careful as I am. When I jump straight out the way of the dragon, I know there's some people being hit by it, and use my ult straight away to get them back to A, full health, and B, get them their shield from Lucio. Keeping track, being aware of your surroundings, that's important. That's the thing we use in fencing a lot as well. You need to be aware of your surroundings. It's exactly the same with this game. You need to not have the tunnel vision, you need to be aware of your surroundings at all times. Especially when playing support, I suppose. So you can see we are keeping our opposing team pretty much near their spawn point. We're doing quite well. This point, people seem to sort of break away. They keep going forward. I think people are getting cocky. They're actually trying to move forward. Where me and the Reinhardt are sort of staying back and sort of trying to protect ourselves and prevent the team from getting forward. We have some of our members who are going forward and they're getting killed as a result of that. So I'm using my health boost quite a lot during this section. So, see, even the Reinhardt is getting a little bit cocky now. He's going forward. The D.Va again going forward. But the problem with that is, unless we stay here at the choke, we'll get overwhelmed. So I use my ult again, sort of to protect a little bit further. And there's only 60 seconds remaining. Keep away of the dragon again. Some of the others maybe not so lucky, but certainly me, Reinhardt, and the other soldier, we do manage to sort of keep away. I'm mainly having to stay on my health boost at this point, just because our team's fallen apart a little bit. Now that the Reinhardt's gone down, it's going to be very difficult to keep them back. I heard someone fall to their death there as well. I wasn't sure. Oh, that was one of the opposing team. That was fine. So immediately here, they're taking our points. So someone's got there already. Immediately, what I do and what a lot of people should do is something I used to do when I used to play basketball. Fall back. The other team gets the ball. You fall back. You go back to your side and play defense. So we go back to the point with 10 seconds left and basically play defense, which is what you should do on a defending map. Now, unfortunately, bad things happen. Overtime, and the combination of the Junkrat's ult and the D.Va's ult finishes off all our team except for me and the Reinhardt. There goes the Reinhardt. Oh, sorry, not the Reinhardt, the D.Va. And there I go as well. Like I say, quite a lot of the time I will be one of the last of our team standing. Especially when playing support, because I am good at staying out the way and just jumping in when needed, which is what a good support does. Now, immediately, people, although we're not using talk, we're saying group up. We group up together. I'm again straight behind the Reinhardt, and hopefully we've got the rest of the team behind us as well. No, we haven't. There's a soldier sort of hanging near the bridge that wants to group up there, but the rest of the team are actually grouping up here at the next, what you call the choke point. So we're just sort of trying to suppress fire, sort of keep them down. The soldier finally catches on and joins up with us. Whether he was actually trying to get us to group up there or he was just respawning, I'm not sure. But I actually think he was trying to get us to group up right back there. Well, if the rest of the team are here, I'm going to use it. Now, I don't use my ult straight away there, you'll notice, because not enough of my team are around. When I turn around, I see we have a few. We have the soldier, the Reinhardt and the D.Va. Close enough. They are all the ones that need protecting. So we're doing well. We're sort of picking them off one by one, and they're not getting any further really. We're using the Rhine shield to protect us, and again, it's nice when we didn't have that communication through the voice chat, but we still had the same goal. We still sort of tried to keep the same thing in mind. You see, I'm getting a lot of assists there. Now, no one needs health, so I jump straight back into the speed boost, but there's really no point for it, so I go back into the health, trying to keep people alive. It is difficult to keep people alive when you're being the sole healer as Lucio, but immediately I jump onto that Mercy there, or at least try to jump on that Mercy there. Whenever I see a Mercy sort of kicking around, I will try and jump in there. I get out of the way of the D.Va ult. Unfortunately, our Reinhardt and someone else wasn't quite so lucky, but I try my best then to sort of provide covering fire while the other team regroups. What we should have done really there is, with the Reinhardt being knocked out, is we should have fallen back a little bit. Maybe let them get a little bit more ground until we're back as a unit. Luckily, we actually provide covering fire really well and regroup back at the payload. So you can see, really, by this point they've got no chance. They've barely got the payload anywhere, and there's a bit of overtime just while we finish off the last people. But as we are mostly live, and as a support, you have contributed to keeping people alive. With Lucio, you can provide that covering fire. You can see that Sombra was going straight for me there, and I've got an ult just in case, but we don't need it, so I use it anyway just at the end, just to finish off which was a really successful game. Use Lucio's boost effectively, the health, the speed. Keep an eye on your team. Pick and choose when to use them. You need to get through a choke, use your speed boost. Don't just use your speed boost to get to that point, which I see a lot of people doing, and then stay on your health for the rest of the game. Be aware of your surroundings. Have a look, see what is going on. It's all about picking and choosing, and then seeing what is around. Anyway guys, this was a quick look on how I play as Lucio, and how I'm developing my skill set as Lucio. I hope it's helped someone. I've been the Digital Demon, this has been Overwatch. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Catch you later, bye!